Good morning, everybody. Good morning, Dave and Shane. Happy Saturday. Gosh, feeling super blessed that the sun is out again where we are. I hope wherever you are, it's out. Good morning, Kim. Hopefully right now you're seeing Kim Foss at the top of your screen. Kim's going to be our awesome yogi this morning. Hello out east to you, Kim. We'll take just 1 minute here and let everybody log in and get on. One of the things we learned last week is that Instagram only allows, looks great, Kim. Morning, Dave and Sue. Instagram only allows us 1 hour. So excited to see all you guys here and to share our hour together. And because we're limited to an hour, when our practice is done, I'm going to encourage you to go back to Shavasana or take your meditation. We won't have a chance to do that together this morning, but I want you to take all the time that you need. Good morning, guys. We'll wait just a few more seconds to let some of these folks get here. You guys starting to find some of the benefits of practicing at home. You can roll right out of your bed onto your mat. You can bring your coffee. It's a little bit different. Hi, Liz. So glad to see you. Hi, Kathy in Texas. Yeah, you could take a minute. Good morning, Christina, and say hi to the folks you're seeing online. Good morning, birthday girl. It's Carol Hepler's 50th birthday today here in Boulder. Oh, Christina, good. You're looking great. Whew. Take a few breaths, and then once you've logged on and you found your place, let's start in child's pose. Good morning, Dia, Brenda. Hi, Summers. Start in child's pose and have your playlist nearby. We're not going to play it quite yet, but we're gonna get there. But right now, let's arrive here. Come onto your forehead. Let your knees go nice and wide. And feel the power of the choice that you're making this morning. The choice that you made to get up and show up for yourself and to join us as we come together. And I think that's what I want us to work with together this Saturday morning and all these days that things are so different. Good morning. Is that we're working with choice. And the compassion that wants to come with that is sometimes the choice doesn't feel accessible. You feel like you got to sleep. You can't get up and practice. Feels like you've got to come to your knees. Feels like you can't choose a great attitude. And so we're working with choice and compassion, knowing that we're doing the best we can and that is enough. Good to see you, Kelly. So take 5 breaths here. Just start to let your body connect to breath moving in and breath moving out. Good. And then very slowly inhale yourself up to tabletop, will you, to your hands and to your knees. Good. And from here, take a little bit of free movement. Send your hips back to your left heel or your right heel. Arch your spine. Bring your shoulders on board. Just start to move your body in a way that helps you to feel connected, right? As we go through these days, I want to feel connected. I want to feel my body. I want to feel connected to the people I'm living with or communicating with on Zoom. And so much of what's happening can put me in disconnection. So take a few breaths and some movements here that helps you connect to your body from the inside out, as well as your core, from the hands and the feet, all the way down to the center. Beautiful. Good, and come back to a neutral tabletop, will you? Good morning, Ashley. A neutral tabletop, and we're gonna take bird dogs. Take your right arm forward. And as you take your right arm forward, draw your shoulder onto your back, spread your fingers, beautiful, and then send your left leg back. Right arm forward, left leg back, beautiful. Reach through your lifted heel, and now lengthen your spine. Good, take a big breath in, lift up. Hands and knee down, and we'll take the other side. Take that left arm up and right leg back. Reach through the fingers, draw that shoulder back onto your back body. Beautiful. Kim, reach through your heel. Take a big breath in, lift up, and then exhale, tabletop. And we'll go back and forth. Inhale, opposite arm and opposite leg. Exhale, hands and knee to the mat. Good. Breathe in, lift up, reach up. Breathe out, tap the earth. Good. Moving side to side with your breath, lifting opposite arm and leg. Good. And then hands and knee down and opposite side. Good. Now this time, take your elbow to your knee. Good. Reach out and then tap down, hand and knee to the mat. Good. Opposite arm and leg lift. Elbow and knee connect. Good. Reach out, tap down. Good. Now moving side to side. You're lifting, you're reaching, you're extending, and then choosing if you'd like to squeeze at center around the spine, reach out and tap down. One more time. Lift the opposite arm and leg. Round and connect elbow to knee. Reach out and tap down. Good. Opposite arm and leg lift. Good. Stay here. This time, take that leg over to your right. Tap the toes down. Yeah, you got it. Lift back up. Hand and knee down. Good. Opposite arm and leg lift. Take it out to that side, to the left. Tap it down. Come back to center, hand and knee. Again, opposite sides, lift, breathe up, tap it out and down, and lift back up and come to tabletop. Just a couple more each side, and you choose how you breathe, choose how much you move, choose how connected you are. Good. Come back through tabletop, through center. Once you feel even, you've gotten mostly your lefts and your rights. Find a cat and cow. Feel your spine. You have a choice to feel that your body's already starting to wake up. Beautiful. Take a steady breath in. Downward facing dog is next. Downward facing dog. Adho Mukha Svanasana. Good. Pedal out your legs and your feet. Good. Let your head be heavy. Good. Now make a choice here to spread your fingers and your toes and press down. Good. Press down. Feel grounding, right? Give yourself something to press into today when things can feel so all over the place and uncertain. Let's go for groundedness here. And then feel from that groundedness maybe a lift in your tailbone, your low back, your hamstrings, your calves, even your heels perhaps. Beautiful. Walk your hands forward to the front of your mat. Your feet forward. Yeah, sorry, that'll work better, Kim. She's like, what is she saying? Yeah, feet forward. And then take a forward fold here. You could take a sweet ragdoll, fists inside your elbows. You could also interlace fingers at your low back or skull, but let it be soft here. Choose to be soft. Let your knees be soft. Let your spine be supple and easy. And now feel the fold that you've got here, more like a waterfall, right? You're just allowing. So choose to allow your legs to support you and give over a bit this morning. And in these beginning poses, we call this integration, right? It's a chance to drop back into our body, either from sleep or from a busy day of thinking, and to connect to something bigger, right? Can we choose to, in any moment, seek something bigger than some of the things we're experiencing? Beautiful. Bringing your hands to the floor, and then your hands to your waist, come all the way up to stand. Good. Bring both hands on top of your heart. And take a moment to feel the person you've brought onto your mat today, whether it's your 50th birthday or your 50th year in quarantine, like we're all here together. So feel that. And then set your intention. What do you choose for this practice? Choose it, name it, and let's flow together with this. Oh, I think this is great. I think we have Alex Miller's mom on this morning. Good morning, Cheryl. Good. And let's all together, where we all are, take a full breath in. Open your mouth, exhale. Good. Let's take the sound of Om uniting us together in all of our separate places. A steady breath in. Breathe your intention in and breathe your intention out. Good. Tadasana, reach up, maybe eyes up. Open arm twist to your right, right arm back, left arm forward. Good. Lift up, reach up, twist to the other side. Good. Ground through your feet, lift tall, heart high. Open twist to your right. Good. One more time, lift up and open twist to your left. You've got to come back to Tadasana and take your left wrist with your right hand. Lift up, inhale, get tall and long, and then side bend over to your right. Good. Come back up to center. Keep your grip. Same side, back over to the right. Good. Ground through your feet. Reach tall. Root to rise. Switch hands and take the other side. Reach over to your left. Good. Again, rise up. Keep the same hand grip, same side. Fold over again to your left. Good. Let's do that one more time. Root to rise. Reach tall. Change hands over to your right. You fold. Get that long side body. Good. Breathe in. Lift up. And then one more time going in for that lateral stretch on the right. Good. Come back through center. Get as tall as you can. Change hands over to the left. Ground your feet. Reach through your shoulders, your arms. Good. Last time, lift up. And then last time, lateral twist over again. Good. Lift back up, Tadasana. Separate the hands. Step your right foot to the right. Squat and bring your hands together at your heart. You got it. Good. Tadasana. Step tall. Step to center. Ground to lift. And then step to your left. Hands to heart center. You've got it. Step back up, Tadasana. Step over to the other side and squat. So you're alternating each side, coming left to right, coming back to center, in between, just moving side to side. Yep, go left, lift up and go right, and just start to move with your breath, right? We're just getting a little bit of fire going, but we're not in any rush. Like, let's definitely not choose to rush this morning. It's Saturday. You know, things, even though it feels like, I keep saying it feels like Las Vegas, it could be any day. It is Saturday, so I don't think there's as much happening today. We're not going to expect as much of ourselves today. Let's choose to flow and stay connected without rushing. One more time, each side, reaching tall through Tadasana, squatting low to your left and right. Good, and once you've gotten both sides, we'll find each other back at center at Tadasana, back to center. Good. Take a big breath in. Drop your elbows, send your heart high. Good. Tadasana. And now this time, step your feet to the edges of your mat for a wide-legged chair pose. Utkatasana with really wide feet. Good. Let the weight rest fully in your heels. Feel grounded in your heels, and then choose to send your tailbone back. You've got it. Beautiful. I know you're doing great wherever you are. Even those of you who are just having coffee like me, watching someone else practice, you're doing great at that. Take a breath in and then send your arms back, airplane arms. We call this chair plane, right? Airplane arms and chair pose. Good. Separate the fingers. Let your shoulders draw back. Let your triceps even gently reach towards one another. And then you've got a choice, right? How much energy is right effort? We don't need more than we need, and we don't want to hold anything back. Good morning, Kim. Good morning, Kim. Good. Now from here, rocket arms. Just reach straight forward in front of you. Yep. And last week I kept feeling every time like we did this, I think in the studio we often call this zombie arms, but right now I call this like longing to grab your friends' arms and hug them. Yep, exactly. Kim's got it. Squeeze them in. Good. Now with these rocket arms, these loving arms, begin to squat, lift and lower your hips. And you're going to start to feel your quadriceps. Yeah. So lift and lower. Feel that squat. I haven't forgotten you're in really intense pose. So take it easy. Choose to take it easy, but stay with yourself. Even if it's tiny pulses, feel yourself connect. Just 2 more. You're almost there and you're doing awesome. Good. Come back to chair pose. That looks awesome. Good. And now take your right elbow to your left knee. Opposite knee to opposite elbow. Lift that knee up. Sorry, Kim, that was bad. Lift that knee up. Yep, you got it. Elbow and knee. Good. Step down and squat. And then lift that opposite knee up and take opposite elbow to knee. Awesome. Good. Back and forth. Just squat and lift. And there's no doubt your legs are burning as you squat and lift. So who are you going to be as your legs are burning, right? Don't be a jerk and push yourself. Be nice to yourself. But also, like, don't hold back if you got it in you. Keep squatting and crossing. You've got it one more time. Squat to cross. Awesome work here. Good. Stand tall. Tadasana. And then fold forward. Uttanasana. Uttanasana. That should feel pretty good. Beautiful. Take a halfway lift. Bring your heart forward. Good. Fold yourself down over your legs. Wonderful. Step back to high plank, will you? High plank. Good. Take a steady breath in. Lower all the way to your mat. Good. Cobra pose with your palms under your shoulders. Lift your chest up and bow down. Good. Choose to rise up in your way onto fingertips. Hands can be anywhere they're comfortable. Cobra pose. And then exhale and melt down. Hi, Ailish. Good morning. Last time, cobra pose. Lift up, rise up. You've got this. Choose to rise. Good. Then choose to melt. Soften, let it go. Good. Tuck your toes under. Lift your knees off the mat. Press up to high plank. Otherwise, take tabletop and press back to downward facing dog. Good. From downward dog, a big breath in. Open mouth, big breath out. If you've got a playlist and you haven't started it, this is a great time. Otherwise, just stay right here, breathing in and breathing out. And start to feel the choice, right? It's like sometimes we get to our laptops to do a Zoom call, or we have to banish ourselves to a room in the house to do our work, and we're feeling like, oh, I want to be somewhere else. And I want you to feel that and support yourself, and let's choose to work with reality, right? How am I going to make what is today as sweet as possible? Good. 3 breaths here. Good. With that third exhale, take your right leg high to the sky. Bend your upper knee and roll your right hip on your left. Yeah, straighten, bend, make some circles. Just start to palpate into that side of your body. For a lot of us, there's a lot more sitting than normal, and we're kind of getting log jammed in the hips. So create some freedom here. Beautiful. And then low lunge is next. Low lunge. Step your hands through. Good. From here, straighten your left leg a little bit and find a modified pyramid. So a lot of us are pretty tight in the hamstring here. So you could take both hands and press them into your top thigh. Yep, you got it. You can take both hands, and as you start to straighten that front leg, just press your hands into the thigh. Beautiful. And feel your spine reach forward, almost towards sort of where your ceiling and the wall in front of you meet. Beautiful, Kim. Good. And choose to be here. Choose to feel whatever is happening, and then choose to let it go as best as you can. Good. Both hands back to the earth. Grounded twist. If your right leg is forward, your right arm goes high. Yep, you got it. And now reach between both arms. Feel your shoulder blades pull gently apart as your spine hugs in. Good. And now some big arm circles. Reach the arm circles forward and back. You might roll out your wrist along the way. And for some of us, the arm circles feel better with our elbow leading the way. So you just experiment, right? Choose to have freedom over being right. I think that's always a nice choice that we can step into, right? I'd rather be free than be right. Good. Coming back to that grounded twist with the right arm high and the left hand down. Squeeze your inner thighs and let it pull you to a standing open arm twist. Back arm reaches behind you, front arm forward. Awesome job. Good. Now pause here for a minute. I know it's a lot on your legs. You've got this. Good. Crescent lunge, Anjaneyasana, crescent lunge. So center your torso, lift your arms nice and high, readjust your feet. Good. From crescent lunge, lift your fingers high, lift your heart high, and then airplane arms. Send your arms back. Good. Yeah, notice Kim's doing a great job with like giving a little bend in both knees. She's got a little bit narrower stance from front to back. Can also take your feet wider, but just support yourself, right? Choose to make these circumstances, these moments as easy as possible. Good. Now from here, rocket arms. Arms come forward. Find that person you love. Squeeze them. Give them a hug. Pull them in. Good. And with rocket arms, just a few pulses. Just bending just a little bit up and down, lifting the hips. You've got it. Good. Now from here, back to crescent lunge. And now a big leap forward. Hands to heart center. Airplane pose, lift off that back leg. So as we move forward in this pose this morning, you can keep your hands at heart center. You can also feel free to bring them forward to warrior 3. You've got this. Good. Yeah, all this chair sitting in our days, I felt like we needed a little bit of quadricep work this morning to lengthen that. So feel your legs burning. And again, you modify. Beautiful. Now, can you step to a wide chair pose? Feet are wide, that wide chair pose we started with. Now, here come those knee taps. Elbow to opposite knee. Lift the knee, lift it up and cross, the right to left. Doesn't matter, left to right. Yeah, you just go side to side. Step open, then lift the knee up and cross. Squat down, lift and cross to the other side. Good. Now you have a choice to rush. You have a choice to curse in your head. You have a choice to do a lot of things here. So choose wisely. Let it give you a sense of humor, a sense of lightness. Good. One more time. Each side, left to right, right to left. Good. We'll meet back in that wide-legged chair pose. Take a full breath in. And then together from that full breath in, we'll bow forward, Uttanasana. Good. Lifting up halfway and folding down over your legs. Beautiful. Step back to high plank. And you travel your way to downward facing dog. If you want to put a chaturanga in, if you want to take a tabletop, and here's Kim's doing a cat and cow, you find your way to downward facing dog. Downward dog. Good. Big breath in. Big breath out. Bigger breath in. And a bigger breath out. Last time, biggest breath in. Biggest breath out. Beautiful. Step your left foot forward for low lunge. Good. We'll take that pyramid pose as you straighten your front leg. I'm going to recommend both hands to your upper thigh. And you can even start to massage that thigh because it doesn't quite know what it's in for yet, but it's going to get worked a bit on this side. So you could knead your fingers into it and give it some love as you start to lengthen your hamstrings on the back side of your body in this pyramid pose. You've got this. Great. Good. Back to a low lunge and then a grounded twist. So take that left arm high. Good. And then those circles, right? Big and little circles forward and back, including wrist and elbow as you just start to lubricate and wake up.
Good. Good. Coming back to that grounded twist, squeeze your inner thighs and come to a standing open twist. Arms stay as they are. Squeeze your inner thighs and let that back hand lift you up and open. Awesome. Shoulders squeeze together, but let the corners of your mouth go wide and high. Yeah, awesome. Good. Good. Now crescent lunge. Send your arms up overhead. Crescent lunge. And again, you may want to narrow your stance from front to back. Give yourself a little support. But choose to do it your way, because as we start to reopen and come back to life, we're going to see lots of different ways to do it. And I'll tell you right now, I have an answer for you. You've been looking for is what's the right way to do it? It's the right way for you. The right way for you. Good. Airplane arms. Airplane arms. Good. Feel your heart reach forward, right? There's some buoyancy and hopefulness in this for all of us. But feel the backside of your body give you the loft and the lift to get there. You've got it. Here come those rocket arms. Reach forward in front of you. Grab that person you love. Give them a squeeze. Grab your dog, your child, the person you haven't seen, your best friend. Good. Crescent lunge. Arms come high. And now hands to heart center, and let's launch forward to airplane pose. With your hands together at your heart, you've got this airplane pose. Beautiful. Yeah, and feel free to bend the standing leg. That might feel more supportive. And again, that option is also here for you to take warrior 3. You're going to choose if you want that or not. Good. Step to that wide-legged chair pose. Feet all the way to the outside edges of your mat. Arms come high. Chair pose. And here come those knee taps again. Opposite elbow to opposite knee. Lift up and twist. Squat low. Stand up and twist. You've got it. Do that again. Squat. Lift up. Lift the knee and twist. And then one more time, squat low, lift the opposite knee and squeeze the opposite elbow in. Good. Chair pose. Tadasana, reach high. Bow forward, Uttanasana. Halfway lift. Bow forward. Good. Step back to high plank. A full breath in. Find your way to downward facing dog. Good. Together, a big breath in. Wherever you are, open your mouth, stick your tongue out. Wrap your eyes. Good. Do it again. Breathe in. Open your mouth and choose to exhale. Good. Last time, gather up all of our energy. Breathe in. Open your mouth, stick your tongue out and sigh. Good. Through your nose, inhale. Through your nose, exhale. Good. Bring your feet forward to the front of your mat. Halfway lift. And fold. Good. Tadasana, rise high. Open twist, right arm back, left arm forward. Good. Lift up. Twist to the other side. One more time. Through center, root to rise. Twist to your right. Good. Back to center. And twist to your left. Tadasana, reach up. Right hand to left elbow, lift high. Lateral bend to the right. And then lift up and do it again. Lateral bend to the right. Back through center, change hand and wrist. Over to your left, side bend. Good. Lift up, get tall. Side bend over. One more round. Back to center. Change your hand grip. Over to the right, you reach. Lift back up. Once, last time, over to the right. Good. Back through center. Change hands. Last time. Over to your left. Lateral bend. Good. Lift through center. Last time. Over to the left. Good. Tadasana, reach up. Step to the right, squat, hands to heart center. You got it. Lift back up through center. Step to your left. Back through center one more time, each side. Step to your right, squat and squeeze. Good. Lift up. Back to center and step to the left. Good. Back to center, Tadasana. Drop your elbows, take your heart high. Good. Tadasana, lift up. Uttanasana, bow low. Halfway lift. And fold down. Step to high plank and pause. So feel the pause you're putting in here and choose, right? Choose if you want to drop your knees. Choose to put a little bit of fluid in your wrists, your elbows, and your shoulders. Choose to soften. Find your way to downward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Together we breathe in. And together we breathe out. One more time, breathe in. Big open mouth exhale. Good. Through your nose, inhale. Through your nose, exhale. Good. Right foot forward, low lunge. Right arm high, grounded twist. Squeeze your thighs, lift to a standing open arm twist. You've got it. Arms high, crescent lunge, torso squares to the front of the room. Airplane arms, exhale. Good. Rocket arms, reach forward, grab that person. One time, just pulse those knees and hips low to the floor and lift back up. Good. Crescent lunge, arms rise. Hands together at your heart. Airplane pose, come forward, launch onto that right foot. Stay here or warrior three. Good. Step to that wide-legged chair, feet to the edges of your mat. Arms reach high. Here's the knee tap. Right knee up, left elbow crosses. You got it. Lift up nice and tall and do the other side. Good. Back to that squat. Stand tall, Tadasana, maybe arcing Tadasana. Lift up, take it back, and then fold forward down to your mat. Good. Lifting halfway up and folding down. Step to high plank and travel to downward dog. So you can feel all these choices moment by moment, like what should I do here and what should I do now? Those are wonderful questions, and you take it as slow as you need to. You pause as long as you need to get clear on the answers. Good. From downward dog, a big breath in. Open mouth, a big breath out. Good. Through your nose, inhale. And through your nose, exhale. Good. Left foot forward, low lunge. Left arm high, grounded twist. Good. Squeeze to rise, back arm lifts you up, standing open arm twist. Thumbs lift up, give yourself a thumbs up here. Good work. Crescent lunge, rise tall, arms high, torso to the front, and then airplane arms. Good. Find those rocket arms, reach forward, find that person you love, give them a squeeze in your mind. Good. And then from here, one pulse, lower your hips and knees closer to the earth. You've got it. Lift back up. Arms reach high, crescent lunge. Hands together at your heart. Let's take that airplane variation. Come onto your left foot, come forward. Yeah, and you choose, right? Your foot could be an inch off the ground. Your hands could be in warrior three. You're just noticing where your body is, where you are, and how you can give yourself just what you need here. Beautiful. Good. Step to that wide chair pose. Arms high, heels and hips sink into the earth. Good. And here's those knee taps. Left knee and right elbow connect. And then right knee and left elbow. You've got it. Good. Come back to that low chair pose. And then stand tall, Tadasana. Take it into an arcing Tadasana if you'd like, and then fold forward over your legs. Good. Lifting halfway and bowing down. Good. Step to high plank and travel to downward facing dog. Because there's something comforting about doing what we know, right? Those of us who are yogis, you know your body, you know some of these moves, you know some of this flow. And so there's a comfort and a certainty. And the irony is you're finding the certainty in yourself, right? You're not finding the certainty from the news. Hopefully you're not listening to the president and taking disinfectant into your body. Like, you have to listen to yourself in this. That feels so important, so important. Feel yourself breathe in. Open your mouth and hear yourself breathe out. Hear your voice. Good. Through your nose, breathe in. Hear as you exhale through your nose as you breathe out. Good. Left foot comes forward, low lunge. Left arm comes high, grounded twist. Good. Let that back arm lift you to that standing open twist. And we're going to have a cue change here, exalted warrior. You'll take your left hand to your tailbone and take your right arm high. Good. Now you could look up. You could take your thoracic upper spine into your body and back. You've got a lot of choice here about bending or straightening legs, but whatever you choose, let it flow. Let it be freeing. Feel your breath move. Feel your body move. Good. Warrior two, spin all the way up and around warrior two. Good. Good. Turn your front palm over, reverse warrior. And then extended side angle. Come forward and take extended side angle. So a lot of quadricep work this morning. So if you find that your legs just don't want to bend as deep, trust that and listen. Good. Star pose, star pose. Yep. Toes face out, and then bring your hands on top of your heart and sit low into goddess or horse pose, knees bent. Good. You've got it. Now just one time, elbow to knee. It's going to be a little awkward and a little challenging, but lift that right knee up and cross that left elbow. Yep, you got it. Step back to that goddess pose. Find center, don't rush, and then take the other side just one time. Lift and squeeze and back to goddess. Good. Star pose, lift up nice and tall. To the front of your mat, crescent lunge. Crescent lunge. Good. Airplane arms. Good. And then rocket arms, reach forward. Good. Grab that person, squeeze them with your fingers and your arms. One time pulse, hips and knees lower towards your mat and lift back up. You've got it. Crescent lunge, arms high. And now here's that warrior three or airplane. Launch onto your right foot, hands at heart center, or keep your hands overhead and bring them forward. Good. Now stay here or begin to find little squats with that front right knee, right? Straightening and bending. Yeah, either leg can bend, either leg can be straight, but choose the challenge here, right? Choose that you're facing the challenge. Yep, and even falling over, choose that, because then you can have a sense of humor about it. That'll go better. Beautiful. And then step yourself to that wide-legged chair pose. Beautiful. Good work. Wide-legged chair. One time the knee taps, left elbow to right knee. Lift the knee, squeeze high, squat low, hands at heart center. Stand tall, lift and cross. You've got this. Good. Back to the squat. Tadasana, arc it if you'd like. And then flow down and fold, Uttanasana. I don't know whoever said yoga was easy, but they weren't taking this class. You're doing great. Lift up halfway, a lot of hips and quads. Halfway lift and fold down, fold down. Good, step to high plank and pause. Will you please? High plank and pause. And now roll to your left hand and stack your feet or drop your left knee. Vashisthasana, side plank. So take your top arm up. Good, now find grounding. All 10 toes could flex towards your face. Press your grounded hand down. Beautiful, yeah, and you could step that top leg forward or you could lift it up and take it into wild thing. So many options here. So choose wisely, right? And if you get down the wrong road, turn back. Choose something else. Awesome, you guys. Your way to downward dog. And maybe the hardest thing I work with each day is choosing the attitude, right? It's like, this is not my preferred state, that we're all separate and we can't hug and be together. So even though it's not my preferred state, what kind of attitude can we choose, right? We're just doing the best we can, and some days are certainly better than others. Good, send your left leg forward. You're almost there. We've got one side to go. You're doing great. Left foot forward, low lunge. Left arm high, grounded twist. Good, let that back arm lift you to a standing twist.
Did we do this time?
Hopefully you didn't. If you didn't, do the opposite side. Yeah, good. Standing twist. You got it. Good. And here's that exalted warrior. Take your back hand to your tailbone. Lift that other hand up and back. Good. And as you lift up and back, feel your heart lift open. Feel your strong legs lifting your heart, supporting you. Good. Warrior two. Here's that change into warrior two. Yeah, and take a moment to feel your legs, to stretch your arms out. Especially these days when we're more confined and we don't have as many changing transitions in our day, it's important to acknowledge those transitions that we do have and make them count. Good. Reverse warrior, lift up. Reverse warrior. Great. And then extended side angle, bring it forward. Good. Let your top shoulder draw back. Take a moment here to feel yourself root, to reach. Good. Star pose. Arms open wide. Toes wide. Feet wide. Good. Now we're going to take those knee taps. So as you're ready, take that right knee to your left elbow. Lift it up. I know it's not easy. No doubt. You're doing great. Back to center. Get grounded. And then take the other side. Squeeze and lift. Good. Back to that star pose. Lift up. And then to the front of your mat, crescent lunge. Good. Take airplane arms from crescent lunge. Reach back with your arms, forward with your heart. Good. And now rocket arms. Reach forward. Good. Pulse just one time. Lower your hips, send that back knee down. You've got it. Lift up. Good. Now warrior three. Or take your hands to heart center and take an airplane variation. You choose. Good. Now, once you find the balancing pose, the choice becomes, is this my day to be steady and to work a grounded steadiness? Or is this my day? I've got some energy and I want to create some strength for myself. So if you want strength, start to straighten and bend your left leg. If you're working steadiness, you take that and stay strong and soft in the steadiness. Good. Beautiful. And now a wide step, everyone, to wide-footed chair pose. Wide-footed chair. And last time, unless you choose to do these this afternoon with your partner, knee taps, elbow to knee, lift the knee, squeeze, cross, and tap. You've got it. Sit low, hands low, back up. Last time, opposite leg and arms, squeeze and tap. Good. Tadasana, lift up. Arcing Tadasana, take it up and back. Beautiful. Fold forward. Fold forward. Good. Halfway lift. Heart forward. You've got it. And then fold and bow down. Good. Step to high plank. Good. Put the pause in, and here's Vashisthasana again, side plank. So roll to your left this time. And again, your right. It'll be your right for most of you. Yep, you got it. And again, you've got these options. You see Kim has this beautiful option, her top leg's coming forward, which allows her bottom toes to stay flexed. You can also stack your legs. You could lift your top leg and take wild thing. You can also drop a knee. But you see with all these choices, don't make it mean too much. Just trust your body. And so if you try something and it doesn't work, try something else. Good. And then your way to downward dog as you're ready. Downward facing dog. Good work, you guys. This is a tough flow. You're doing great. Only one person's left the call, so that's a good sign. You guys are doing awesome. Take a full breath in, and one time open your mouth, sigh, and let it out. Good. Through your nose, big breath in, and through your nose, big breath out. Good. Bring your feet forward, will you? Bring your feet forward. Halfway lift. And fold down. Good. Let's take a wide-legged chair again. No more knee taps, but a wide-legged chair. And this time I want to see eagle arms. Will you swing your right arm under and your left arm over? Good. Soft, gentle rope. Let your arms be easy. And then imagine as you do that, you could take your heart closer to your elbows and draw your shoulders slightly together. That looks great. Good. As you inhale, lift your fingers and elbows high. As you exhale, bring them down to your knees. Good. 2 more times. Rise up. Feel you can choose to rise up. And then bow down. Exhale, round. Take a pause and relax. Good. Last time. Root your feet to rise. Good. And then last time, squeeze and round down. Good. Keep your arms where they are. Come to a neutral spine. And then take your right ankle over your left thigh for figure 4 legs with eagle arms. You've got it. Great. Yeah, so not eagle legs, but figure 4. Just cross your ankle on top. You got it. Perfect. Yeah, that might be a little less torque on the body. The hips and low body have had a lot of work. Now, you might find here it's nice to have a little bit of pulsing, and you might find it's nice to be steady. But wherever you are, choose to make it work for you. Beautiful. Stand and release Tadasana. Tadasana, feet down, arms reach up. And then hands to heart center and pause. Revisit your intention. What did you choose for yourself at the beginning of this practice? Choose it again. Choose it again. And we're going to take dancer's pose with that intention, Natarajasana. Right elbow to right hip crease, left arm reaches to your ceiling. Unless you're outside. It's not quite warm enough here in Colorado, but maybe East Coast people are outside. Good. Right elbow to right hip. Good. Now bend the right leg. And you've got 2 options here. You've got classic traditional Natarajasana where you grab your foot or ankle. Great. You'll take that. And if you're taking a more strength-based variation, you'll just reach your hand back in space as you lift your foot. Good. Now take Natarajasana. Good. Now choose your dance, right? Is it salsa? Is it a little hip hop? Is it classic? Like find your place where you're like, okay, this is me and my body. This is today. I don't know what tomorrow is going to bring. Yesterday's over. This is the dance I choose today. Awesome. 3 breaths here. Good. Feet together, hands to heart center. Hands to heart center. Good. Take a full breath in. Open your mouth and exhale. Good. Do that again. Breathe in. Open and exhale. Good work. Take that wide-legged chair again. And we'll take eagle arms on the opposite side. Last time. You're doing great. Left arm under. And again, take a moment to draw your heart towards your elbows and your shoulders together. And then see if you can even take your collarbones wide. Good. And with your knees nice and soft, inhale your fingers and elbows high. And then relax down towards your knees, bow forward. Good work. As you inhale, root to rise. And as you exhale, let it go, fall forward, bow forward. Good. Last time, lift up. You've got this. Choose to rise. And then choose to bow and let it go. Good. Lifting your arms back up through center, a tall spine, figure 4 legs. Cross your left ankle over your right thigh. Yep, figure 4 legs with eagle arms. And feel again your choice of some pulsing, some softening, some strengthening. Notice the body parts that are working well, the ones that are more challenged, and just stay with yourself. Don't leave yourself no matter what. Beautiful. Tadasana, feet root, arms reach, and then palms together at your heart. Good. We'll take dancer's pose on the left side. Take your left elbow to your left hip and your right arm up to the sky. Bend that left knee, reach back and either take hold of your foot or ankle or reach into space. And then again, choose your dance. I don't know how your days are going, but sometimes like the mornings are great. And then by 11, I'm exhausted. And then by 3, I'm okay. And by 4:30, I'm not. So like, let this side be different. Let each moment of the pose be different. And your work is, can you choose to meet it as it's meeting you? Can you meet yourself exactly as you are? Beautiful work. Beautiful work. Feet on the earth, hands to heart center. Tree pose, Virchasana. Kim's gonna face us. She's gonna face the camera. And let's take our right knee up and right foot up and take tree pose. Good, and then starting with your hands at heart center, find a grounded place for your feet. And then let your hands be full expression, right? Let them reach down toward the earth where you're feeling grounding. Let them reach to the side, to the ceiling, behind your head. And take a moment. I want to remind you what we said last week. You have made it through 100% of your bad days. And you're still here doing great. Good. Bringing both your feet back onto the earth, bringing your arms back towards center. Feel the earth again. Feel what's beneath you. Feel what's grounded and solid, what hasn't changed. Feel what's certain here. Good. And now lift up into the next uncertainty, right? Tree pose on the other side. And feel the truth, right? Your whole life, you've had moments like this where it's uncertain what's going to happen, what's next, if you're going to fall over, if it's going to work out. And yet here you are. You've made it through so many days. For some of you, 50 years today. That's a lot. It's a lot to go through all this uncertainty. So stay with yourself. Stay with your steady parts. Stay with your heart, no matter what. Good. Bring both your feet back to the earth and bring both your hands on top of your heart. Good. Reach your arms up overhead, Tadasana, and then bow forward over your legs, Uttanasana. Good. Bringing your knees to the mat, we'll take saddle pose. Take your knees nice and wide on your mat and bring your feet together behind you. Good. So you're going to have 2 options here. Some of you will want to come forward. Some of you will actually want to sit back on your heels and start to recline onto your back. Yep, and if that bothers your knees, you're going to find an adjustment. But with wide knees and feet together, that may feel good for some of you. Yeah, and some of you will just come forward to more of a child's pose. Good. If you are reclined behind you, start to walk yourself up to seated. And if you are in child's pose, you can just slither forward. We're going to come all the way onto your belly with your forehead on your mat and your legs reaching out behind you. Beautiful. And we're going to take bow pose. So I'd like you to bend both your legs and with your hands, Same option as dancers, because this is a dancer's variation. Either feel free to reach back and take your feet or ankles, or just use the strength of those fatigued quadriceps. And then as you're ready, lift your heart high. Heart high, good. Good, now lion's breath here. Open your mouth, stick your tongue out, sigh. Good, cross your eyes down your nose. Let out some of the tension, some of the frustration. Good, keep lifting the back body onto itself, opening the front body, let the breath move. Good, take as many of these as you'd like, and when you are ready, lower everything down to the mat. Let your right ear relax to the mat and let yourself be. Good, we're gonna take just one final back bend for our practice together this morning. You're just gonna flip over onto your back. If you'd rather take camel, you can stay on your knees. Otherwise, come onto your back. I'm gonna cue bridge. If you love wheel, you're gonna take wheel, but this is our final back bend, right? And this is our offering for ourselves today. This is the heart opening offering of who will we be for ourselves today? What will we choose? So find your feet nice and wide. Send your pelvis up to the sky. Good. Now as your chin tucks slightly, let your heart try to reach your chin and feel yourself more on your shoulders. Good. Fingers could interlace underneath or arms could reach overhead. You could lift your heels to give your glutes a little bit of engagement. You've got it. Good. Now open your mouth and take a few lion's breaths and feel your offering to yourself, to the people around you. Feel this is the best you've got today. It's enough. And then slowly lower down. Bring your feet wide and your knees together. Both hands on your body. Both hands on your body. And in these pauses, can we choose to take a pause from all of what's swirling in our head and let ourselves feel maybe a little sweat on your upper lip. Maybe feel your quadriceps that got a lot of love and attention this morning. Maybe just feeling your body. And then gently rocking yourself up to a seat, we're gonna take a seated figure four. So with your feet on the mat, you'll cross your right ankle over your left thigh. And what you have for an option here is if you want more tension, you'll walk your front foot and hands closer to center. And if you want a little less tension, you'll walk those out. Flex your lifted foot. And then take your heart up and let your face be soft and easy. Good, and then gently change sides. And then releasing that, come onto your back and take happy baby. So from happy baby, you're gonna come into Shavasana as you're ready. And as I said at the beginning of practice this morning, we learned last week, we only have 60 short minutes together. So I'm gonna let many of you close in Shavasana so that you can stay here in your Shavasana, or you can roll up to your meditation. I wanna thank Kim so much for being our yogi this morning. And it is so wonderful for me to see all your names here and to picture all your faces and know that we're all here together practicing in these challenging times. I'm so grateful for you and our community in this practice. So stay steady with yourselves.